Hey humans, Coach Nate here with another mindful focus to share with you. This post reads, a person's most beautiful asset is not a head full of knowledge, but a heart full of love and an ear ready to listen and a hand willing to help others. So, as humans, we can become very preoccupied with people making confident statements, the appearance of knowledge. You can say something confidently and forcefully, even loudly, and then it can present itself as, depending on how confidently you say it, as truth, as you have knowledge. There seems to be this trend of, look at me, look what I can do, with a motive, intent, or desire from the orator to be seen versus to deliver a message of help and support to others. It's like those that are mainly focused on the income but not the outcome. Knowledge is good. Let's make no mistake about that. But a heart of love is great. Knowledge is good, but a heart of love is great. Holding space, being present, authentic compassion, and empathy mean far more than empty words. There's endless books and research and studies and information that exists today, and that's knowledge as we gain that, as we understand that. But the application of that knowledge is what's called wisdom. So wisdom is the application of knowledge. In order to apply it, in most cases, you need to understand it. You need to be able to relate to it, comprehend it. When it comes to matters of the heart, when it comes to kindness and empathy and compassion and concern and, being a human, you've got to really relate to it. Because simply having the knowledge and reciting the words, it may sound good for the moment, but considering the deep impact that can have on the human soul, it can cause damage when done superficially, lacking in authenticity, or lack of an understanding. Medical doctors have tremendous knowledge and understanding and they've dedicated a large portion of their lives to learning their trade and their craft and understanding the human anatomy. Yet even then, there are still specialists that focus on different areas of the body. Podiatrists don't play in the land of neurologists. Cardiologists don't necessarily extol themselves as experts as proctologists. There's a reason for that, is because they become experts. They become very well versed in their craft, in their trade. In this instance, what we're talking about is when it comes to kindness, compassion, when it comes to understanding, when it comes to love, that is an experiential thing, oftentimes very hard to document and understand or express. Sometimes there are no words that are exchanged, or even can be, but yet love can be conveyed. And becoming an expert in that is knowing what it is. And it starts with yourself. If you don't love yourself, how can you love others? If you're unable to understand what love is, how can others love you? And in order to express it, other than I read about it, authentically express it, it is something that you need to understand and embrace. And the expertise there comes through experience. Healing love cannot be faked. Ever. You may try. And, there's the saying, we can fool some of the people all of the time, all of the people some of the time, but you cannot fool all the people all of the time. Inevitably, if you're faking healing love, it will be discovered and found out and cause more damage, wounds than it ever helped to heal or prevent or temporarily medicate. It's the wrong prescription for the ailment of wounds and trauma. So in terms of the let go, live now, win. The how to apply this. Understand this. Beauty is an inside job. Most things external often are facade. We don't live on the outside of our homes. They can look however they want. But what is on the inside? The fire that is lit, the warmth, the cooling, the comfort. Outside is aesthetics. Inside is where there is peace and calm and wellness and hopefully a sanctuary. And we can even take that a step forward in the saying, the home is where the heart is. The building matters not, far less than the individuals and what exists inside them. And how do I do this? It can start with being the person that you needed, your younger self, trusted, that individual that you wanted would have appreciated loving you, caring for you, being kind to you. And practice that on yourself. In other words, being the person that you needed first to yourself. Understanding what love is. Understanding how to care about yourself. Understanding that you are worthy of being loved, of feeling loved, and loving yourself. That is the first step. That is the first step to understanding what this is and how to do it and how to be that for others. Then from there, you are able to be that loving person, having that heart full of love to those that you love and care about. Being quick to listen and slow to speak or solve before offering up an opinion or fix it, or a heart of love has ears to listen. And yes, it may go into the mind, but once it's embraced in the heart, that can often reduce or eliminate the judgmental, harmful, hurtful thoughts, comments, actions of ours that we may put on others when they're sharing. But creating a safe space for a person to simply be. We are having so often to put on facades and be people who we are not, and that gets exhausting. And when a person can be vulnerable and transparent, and there are no negative repercussions from that, to not feel judged, to simply be loved for who they are, not who they are expected to be. That heals so many wounds and allows for a peace and an increased mental health that is indescribable. That holding of that space, that spells love. Holding space and time spells love, compassion, and it promotes healing. It's not any more complex than that. All of us are hurting. All of us have experienced and dealt with, are dealing with, and will some type of pain challenge in our lives. Having those, and it doesn't have to be quantity, quality, having a person or two with a heart full of love to be there to help as we journey through our lives, to help heal, can help heal the wounds as we move forward. Just sharing some insights with you. Feel free to try them or toss them. Both answers can be correct, but only you can determine which of those are the correct answer for you. If you like this content, feel free to give a like and subscribe so you know when I post new content like this. And if you know somebody that could benefit from this, please do go ahead and share it with them. And as always, remember to let go, live now, and win.